All right, welcome back everybody. This is Eric from Moss Pawn and Gun, and today we've got a different little video, probably not exactly what you are used to seeing on here, but we are going to talk about a little bit of gear. We're going to talk about a couple of flashlights. Now, generally when it comes to gear, I know I've said this in other videos, but I want to make sure it's clear. We generally don't review gear, okay? And the reason we don't review gear typically is because we really want to give this stuff an honest opinion. I mean, if it sucks, we're going to tell you. Generally, I only review gear that I buy because that way you get a good, honest opinion. Now, across the board, flashlights is a huge market right now. Okay, there are a ton of flashlight makers out there. I mean, you got good, reputable brands that make a wide variety of stuff. Price points on them are generally pretty solid. I picked up a couple of these Olights about 6 months ago. And I've been carrying these things around, and they've been trudging around all over the place. I picked up the 500 Lumen M20 Warrior, and it's got 2 brightness settings on it, strike bezel. It's just a good basic, basically a surefire copy. I hate to say that, but it is very similar to the Streamlight and Surefire products. They are Chinese made. They do take regular Surefire 1.5 volt batteries. And I have been putting these little flashlights through absolute hell, because you know how I am. I'm rough on stuff, and I don't play around. This particular flashlight is a 1000 Lumen M3x Triton, and this light, at first I had mixed opinions about it because it is such a hell of a throw. This particular light has like 1,000, or not 1,000, it's 1,000 lumens, but it's got about a 500-meter throw. So I mean, we were down in Florida, and we were just spotlighting the hell out of stuff out on the beach at night, and just spotlighting the coast on the other side at the island, and navigating at night just in quick bursts, just kind of checking it out and see how well it works. And this is a light that to me is just amazing for the money. You really can't beat this light for the money, and the reason that I can say that is because I know it works. I mean, literally, this thing has still got sand all over it. This particular light has actually been submerged in salt water completely twice since I've had it. And sometimes, if a flashlight's not sealed well, if it's not made well, you get some condensation buildup, you get, salt water leakage through the light itself, and then you're pretty much shot. We do have a little bit of saltwater residue that found its way into the actual cone of the light itself, but it's yet to have posed any problems. I mean, like I said, this thing's been kicked around on the boat and, kicked around in the sand on the beach and then submerged in salt water. And in my opinion, if a flashlight can survive that, it's probably going to survive anything. But you got a nice 1000 lumen light. On this particular one, if you rotate it, you get another brightness setting. So that's your full 1000 lumen setting. On-off switch in the back, of course. And then you get a strobe setting by rotating to the left and then rotating back, and you got a strobe. That's good, I guess, if you have an intruder and you want to disorient them, then I suppose that's what that setting would be for. I've been running it on the 1000 lumen setting. So rotate back, slight turn back, and then you got your full 1000 lumen setting. Nice light, does have a belt clip. I've always been kind of skeptical of like the Chinese made products. And that's nothing against anyone in China, of course, but I mean, obviously, you want to support American enterprise when you can. I mean, you want to buy American when you can. But I took a risk on these little lights, and they seem to hold up well. I mean, I'm really surprised how nice of a light they are. I know a lot of you guys conceal carry your handguns. If you didn't see the video I did, I talked about some Bravo concealment kydex in one of my other videos. And if you're going to carry every day, I mean, a good carry rig with a good consistent, holster that you're going to carry all the time, and that's why I recommended the Bravo concealment kydex. And then on the, on the standpoint of carrying a light every day, you just want to make sure it's something that's going to work. This M20's got a low light setting, and that's for if you're just looking for something in the car or whatever. Then this button right here gives your full 500 lumen setting. You notice that this setting is as bright as the half setting on the M3X. So I imagine that on half power, this is like 500 lumen light, if I had to guess. The batteries on this one actually probably need to be replaced, but anyway, this particular one's been holding up pretty good. While we were down in Florida, I mean, this one was, getting kicked around in the boat, kicked around in the sand, and I use a lot of flashlights when I'm out fishing because, you know, we do a lot of fishing at night. So obviously, you know, especially in saltwater, you definitely want a flashlight that's going to hold up well. And so far, this one seems to be doing it. But whatever flashlight you decide you want to go with is up to you. I mean, this is just a suggestion. This is just, you know, me, you know, giving my experience on this particular, you know, brand of flashlight that I've been using, you know, actively in the last 5 or 6 months. I have owned the M3x for about 6 months now. I think I bought it in January, so it's been a minute. But I've messed with other flashlights over the years. I mean, I've owned Surefires, I've owned Streamlights. Of course, you know, what amount of us hasn't owned, you know, good old MacLeod, or, you know, even the big old school MacLeods? I've used those over the years. So there's a lot of advancements and changes in flashlight technology that have been coming down the pipeline over the years. And there's a lot of good products out there. But I guess if you take something home from this video, just know that, at least from my perspective, having a good flashlight is just an extremely important thing to have. I recently did a video, I don't know if it's been posted yet, but I talked about 5 things that everybody should have in their car. And you most definitely, even if you don't carry a flashlight, like this small M20 is a good, like, everyday carry flashlight that you can have on your person. But even if you don't carry one on your person, you need a good solid flashlight in your car that you can rely on. And this is actually one I keep in my car now, the M3x, and it hasn't failed me yet. I actually did have to plug a tire on the side of the road, and I had this thing, you know, clunked around and rolling around on the ground, and I was able to plug the tire and move on with life. Sometimes there's unknowns and unconstants that seem to happen while you're out on the road, and having a good flashlight is a must, both as a survival tool, signaling device. I mean, there's 1,000,001 uses that a good light source can give you. Obviously, at night, you need to be able to see. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. Like I say, we don't normally mess around too much with gear reviews just because they can be dry and boring, and we definitely don't want to bore you guys. But if you made it through the video, I appreciate you watching. And get yourself a good flashlight. You know, whether or not you buy an Olight or Surefire or Streamlight or whatever you end up getting, just get something that you can rely on, that'll work. Make sure you have plenty of batteries to support it, and make sure it's something that's going to work for you. Carry it every day, use it consistently, and I know a flashlight seems like one of those things that's just a very common item and we take for granted. Same thing with a knife. You know, we're going to be talking in a future video about everyday carry knives. You know, I'm not a big knife person. There's guys on YouTube that are huge on knives, and that's all they talk about. Guys like Cutlery Lover, excellent YouTube page. I mean, if you want to know about knives, you need to go to Cutlery Lover's YouTube page, because he is a cutlery expert, and he really knows his stuff. But most of us Joe Blows, you know, we just want a knife that, you know, for one, doesn't cost a lot of money, and two, you can just whip it out, use it, do your thing, put it up. And, you know, we'll be talking about some EDC knives in a future video. But I appreciate y'all watching today's video, and we will have more little gear reviews, little tidbits kind of popping up in the pipeline. So if you like the idea, let us know, leave us a comment. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and if you have any questions or concerns, or if there's a special flashlight that you just really love that you'd like to see us do a review on, let me know, and we'll see if we can accommodate it. So y'all have a good day, and thanks for watching.